Well, it was always going to end like this, wasn't it? One of the most dramatic weeks we've ever had at the Modus Super Series, and it ends in a 9-dart shootout, Paul. Just the third we've had here. It's a fitting end to the week, isn't it?
I think people are going to start cluing up to the fact that this is the best qualifying week we've ever had. It's been so drama-filled. We've thoroughly enjoyed it, and we were due one. It's time to get down to the crunch time of a 9-dart shootout. I'm really looking forward to this, but these guys are going to be tested. And this is the shortest format thing we can do under this roof. So let's see what people can do with it.
Yeah, it is between the players in Group 1, Jimmy Van Schie, Kurt Parry and Daryl Pilgrim. And I can actually reveal the order now for this 9-dart shootout. So Kurt Parry won the bull. They have a bull off, and then the winner chooses their position. Interestingly, Paul, Kurt Parry has chosen to go first. What do you make of that?
I think it's a smart move, because sometimes having a little less information just allows you to play. You can set the target. Some people, when they're on the golf course, they want to be the chaser. Some people want to set the target. I think Kurt's made a bit of a good move here, because he's already seen Pilgrim in that second match of the night just falter a little bit. And now that we know that Pilgrim is going to be third, he's going to know exactly what he needs to do, but that does come with its own pressures.
Right, for you at home, let's just clarify exactly how this will work. Here it is. So Group 1 is going to be decided by a 9-dart shootout. The order of throw, as just mentioned, was done by a bull-up backstage. It is going to be Kurt Parry first. Daryl Pilgrim has chosen to go third. Jimmy Van Schie didn't get a choice. He's second. Now, each player will throw 9 darts, and the highest 2 scoring players qualify for the semi-finals. And if they tie on points, we'll carry on, Paul. It could be a 12-dart shootout, a 15-dart shootout.
And we've already had one of those. But I think there's another point to make as well. Whoever wins the shootout gets the darts in the semi-finals. Whoever gets through in second position will obviously be playing as the runner-up from the group. So there are other little sidebars to it, but all they're thinking about right now is just getting through. So 9 darts. And after the experience of the second 9-dart shootout that we had about 18 months ago, make sure that if you need the 25 or the bull and you can use it to get you over the line, don't forget about it.
Yeah, Richie Houghton did forget about it. Andy Hamilton didn't when he played in a 9-dart shootout here at the Modus Super Series. We can see that moment here. It looked different then, didn't it, here at the Super Series? But Lee Shewan, Andy Hamilton and Ryan Finesse were all involved in this one. And look at this. The hammer, he worked it out and it paid off.
That is the biggest celebration of a 25 you've ever seen. But it was super smart. And I've already talked about Ryan Finesse getting a maximum in the 9-dart shootout. Will we get another one tonight? I
just want to ask one final question. It's about Jimmy Van Schie. He has played 52 matches here at the Modus Super Series. He's played 27 this week. For it to come down to 9 darts, I mean, that is pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, but welcome to the circus that is Portsmouth. It's brilliant, and he's very happy that he's just got a chance to get through, because earlier in the night he was running the risk of being out at this stage. Now he's got another chance to get his way through to the semis.
Yep, certainly has. Right, we are going to get the action underway in this 9-dart shootout. Paul and I will reflect afterwards. Henry Deacon is going to talk you through it.
Chris, thank you. Very interesting when you decide the order of play, because Jimmy Van Schie has been given second spot. He had no choice. But in the 2 previous 9-dart shootouts here, second place has been the player that's won on both occasions. The first one saw Lee Shewan eliminated, Ryan Finesse throwing third and Andy Hamilton throwing second going through. The second one saw Chris Mason throwing first, Antonio Shea throwing second going through, and Richie Houghton throwing third go out. So just a reminder that Kurt Parry, after Daryl Pilgrim throws these last practice darts, will have first poke, first go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the 9-dart challenge. The 2 players with the highest score after 9 darts will progress to the semi-finals. It's going to be Kurt to throw first. Game on.
What you didn't see in the background was Jimmy Van Schie whipping this crowd up and whipping it up into a frenzy. And that is a very good start for Kurt Parry. 140 sets himself up beautifully. The trend of the last couple of 9-dart shootouts have been players that can ascertain a 2 triple visit and a couple of 1 triple visits tend to make their way through. Ryan Finesse hit a 180 in his 9-dart shootout. and that was good enough for automatic qualification.
57.
And usually it's down to this second turn, which can set you up perfectly going into the last round.
85.
85 puts Parry in a good suit, with Pilgrim having had a troublous turn last time out. Ton leaves Van Schie on 200. Pilgrim needs to find a couple of trebles here. Finds the first of them. Gets the second of them. Oh, what a time for Max! The perfect time for Pilgrim. And piles the pressure on Parry. He can do no more after this.
100.
Ton leaves him on 325. So Van Schie needs 126 here. There's the first treble. Now, he's going to move over. And he hits a 140. There was an option of going over to the left-hand side, but Van Schie has done his job. It is all on this now from Daryl Pilgrim. Needs a treble. He doesn't find one. And so it's going to be Kurt Parry and Van Schie who's in.
It's Kurt Parry and Jimmy Van Schie.
And in the end, Pilgrim departs. It's Parry and Van Schie that make their way through to the semi-finals in the most dramatic of circumstances. And look what it means to him.
Wow, remarkable drama. And the man who was favourite to win the night has fallen, Paul, in the most sensational fashion.
That is the best 9-dart shooter we've had. I know that the one that we had previously did involve overtime, but imagine hitting a 180 in a 9-dart shootout and you're eliminated. He had the chance to get through. The last dart didn't get there, but Jimmy Van Schie, incredible stuff. But what a target set by Kurt Parry. Even after his first 9 darts, he wasn't safe. He then has to wait until the whole thing's over. But as it turns out, it's Pilgrim who has to fall.
Yeah, absolutely. Remarkable stuff. The semi-finals are coming up shortly. Look, what about the players, particularly Tom Sykes, who's just been sat with his feet up in the back room? He'll have been enjoying that, and Martin Adams as well.
Well, considering the week that Tom Sykes has had, maybe it's time for somebody else to have a little bit of pressure. But it's been such an incredible 9-dart shootout. Really, really enjoyed that. But I think all 3 players deserve an immense amount of credit, because look at the scores that they had. Daryl Pilgrim was close to 300. Both Jimmy Van Schie and Kurt Parry over the 300 mark. In all bullseye terms, they would have doubled it. So well done, guys. They did not at all let themselves down, all 3 of them.
And after the start of tonight, Jimmy Van Schie, he was looking like he could be out of the race. He's actually gone and won the group and will take on Martin Adams in the first semi-final.
Yeah, not bad, eh? He didn't take on Martin this week, so that's a nice little cherry at the end of it. And what's going to happen now? Now that that's over, it's 3 more matches to see what else we can delve into here in week 6. What else is possible? Well, Henry's already said it. The only thing that's missing is a 9-darter.
Absolutely right. More darting drama coming your way after this short break.